Well, happy Friday. Good morning to you and welcome in to the Real Monica Adams Show. Boy, we've got something happening in the sky right now that we haven't seen in a long time. A lot of you heading out in our immediate area. If you're watching outside of Missouri and Illinois, you've probably been like, whatever, rain, what's the big deal? We haven't had this type of rain in a while and it's messing up the morning commute, I understand. So be careful because, yes, you haven't seen it in a little bit. I hope you're having a great start to your morning. We've got a really fun show on tap for you today. If you lived in Colorado and you called an Uber, you might be picked up by not just a guy, but a guy and his dog. That's right, Uber Dog. And he's become viral on social media. We were following him on Instagram, and the videos and the pictures we're going to show you, you're going to have so much fun with. The really cool thing is when I reached out to him, ended up finding out that he has a tie to our area, actually born in Chesterfield, Missouri. So we'll talk with Kevin Ferman and his dog Bowie, who right now is wondering why he's up so early in Colorado. And we'll talk to him coming up. More importantly, we will talk about what he has planned with the money that he is getting from being an Uber driver and what he wants to do to get the kids off the streets and really set them up on a course for success. We'll talk about all of that for you this morning. Got a little news you can use. I want to honor a dear friend of mine in the broadcast industry that unfortunately passed away yesterday. You knew her as Jen Myers on Y98. So I'll talk about that. We'll do a little sports preview of what's coming up this weekend, as well as catching you up on any of the news that I think you can use. Again, things that actually serve you. But before we do that, we've got our What the Weather segment.
Alrighty, welcome back into this new more weather forecast video. This one has been looking significant for a couple of days. So
good morning to you.
Good morning, Monica.
Finally.
Nice to be here.
We say good morning, but we also are going to say happy birthday one day early.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How are you? Happy birthday. Your actual birthday is tomorrow, right?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Are you excited? Are you doing anything fun for your 15th birthday?
Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited. So far, I don't have many plans. Me and my sister, who's actually my twin, so it's her birthday too, we're going golfing with our dad on Sunday. And then tomorrow we'll probably go to birthday dinner and some other activities.
So what would be the birthday dinner? What do you want for your birthday? What's your favorite meal?
Probably something like Italian or something like that, probably.
Italian. All right. So I've got some good Italian restaurants. If you haven't chosen already, I'll let you know where you should go for that. Well, we've got a little something special that we have planned for you. So take a look at this.
good morning from St. Louis, Missouri, from western Illinois, along the bluffs of the Mississippi.
I'm here at Elephant Rock State Park.
We're here in Holland, Michigan. We're here in New York City right now. Good evening from near Boone, North Carolina.
We're here in Michigan City, Indiana.
We're here in downtown St. Louis at Busch Stadium.
We're here at the Navy Pier in downtown Chicago.
There we go. And I want to thank
That's
Zach
awesome.
Kimball for putting that together. Zach is so creative, did a wonderful job there, showcasing the wonderful work that Beckett has done for us and for all of you that follow him. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to the whole team. That was awesome.
Yes, it was. And I dropped off, I did this while you were at school yesterday. I dropped off a card for you. Did you get that?
Yes.
Did
I
you
did.
open it yet?
I have not opened it.
Okay,
no.
go ahead and open it. So this is again for Beckett, and just a thank you from us for all the incredible work that he's done for 10 months now, folks. 10 months he has been with us. He came on with us in January. So if you haven't seen him, aspiring meteorologist Beckett Moore, and his birthday again tomorrow. A little happy birthday from us.
There you go. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you to all the team. Thank you, Monica.
Inside there, what does it say? You're awesome. You are awesome.
Yes. We love you, Beckett. Yes.
We do love you. You bet. And it says, thank you for all the work that he's done, and gave him some cash, cold hard cash, which every kid wants, right? Now you can go and buy yourself something fun with that. Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you again
Thank
from
you
the
so
bottom
much.
of my heart for everything you've done. And I hope you have an incredible
Absolutely.
birthday. And I hope you have, well, actually, you tell us, what's your weather going to be like for you to golf on Sunday?
Yeah, so looking at right now, we're having some rain in the area, something that we really haven't seen this month. I'll get into that on the next slide, but 64 degrees and a couple showers around the area this morning, warming up to 72, but that is much less than we have been dealing with these past couple days, getting near 80 on Tuesday. So we are cooling down just a bit, getting down into the lower 70s, but this is still, this high at 72 is still a couple of degrees above average for this time of the year and mostly cloudy skies. Now, we are in a drought now. Like I've been saying for the past couple of updates, I did think we were going to get back in drought conditions, and we have. Think of this, we're less than a week from Halloween, and we have not had measurable rain in October yet. Not yet. Now, what we're dealing with right now will probably break that, but we haven't had that since now, which is just unbelievable. But yeah, we are back in those drought conditions. So really make sure to turn on your sprinklers and water your plants that are outdoors because we are just not getting a lot of rain and haven't so far this October. But now getting on to the 7-day forecast again, 72 as our high today, that morning rain, which will get out of here, I'd say in the next 1 to 2 hours, a low of 46 tonight, so getting pretty chilly. Tomorrow's going to likely be our coldest day of this week, and then we'll go into next week as we head into Sunday. But 65 for our Saturday with sunny skies, low of 43, warming up just a bit, but around the same 67 for your Sunday. Keeping with that sunshine, we do get some cloud cover as we head into early next week with 74 on Monday, but getting back into the 80s again, more than 10 degrees above average there Tuesday, Wednesday, cooling down a bit on Thursday with another rain chance on Halloween.
A lot of people have been watching that. And I had been talking, I think Matt Chambers was mentioning this on KMOV the other day, that the European model and the US model were pretty varied as to what Halloween was going to look like, but still trending around 70 degrees. But we had talked to you about whether or not you were going to get dressed up. Do you know what you're going to be for Halloween yet?
Not yet. I mean, I'll have to think about it. I'll have to do that this weekend or this next week for sure.
Well, Beckett, I have 24 hours to figure out what I'm going to be in a costume for a Halloween party tomorrow night. So you and I are in the same boat.
Yeah.
Well, one more time, thank you again. I hope you have an incredible birthday and tell your twin sister we said happy birthday as well.
Thank you so much. And thank you to the whole team.
You are very, very welcome. Again, that's aspiring meteorologist Beckett Moore. And one more time, thank you to Zach Kimball putting that incredible video together, showcasing the work that he has done for us. All right, if you're just tuning in, remember we are on Facebook, YouTube, X, Rumble, Instagram. So spread the word. Let everybody know that they can watch from whatever platform makes the sense for them. Yeah, a lot of people saying good morning and happy birthday. Rain in St. Charles, Chesterfield. Yeah, it's pretty much starting to hit everyone. So expect that. We're going to have fun and continue the talk of dogs. You know, we do positive talk time every Thursday with Jessica Cook with Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. Now, yesterday was our big wrap up of the gala and just talking about why you shouldn't get a puppy and put it under the Christmas tree. That's not something that she is a proponent of. If you didn't see yesterday's show, be sure to watch that. She will be off now until February. There's a lot going on with the rescue and with Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa. She will be back on to kick that wonderful segment off in February again. So thank you, Jessica, for everything that you've done for us this year. Now, I promised yesterday in one of my posts to pass along a homage that we can do to just an incredible human being, and that is Jennifer Marie Farmer. You knew her as Jen Myers on the Y98 show. You know, she did so much for the community, and one of the things that I love to do is to see her really in her element, emceeing, auctioneering, just giving back. And it's very eerie that she would pass away in the month that so many walk in honor of, run in honor of, light candles, release balloons, things like that for those suffering with breast cancer. She unfortunately lost her battle. If you hadn't heard this, she struggled with this and fought like a true warrior. Jennifer Farmer, or as I mentioned, you knew her as Jen Myers, beloved wife, mother, daughter, sister, aunt, friend, passed away yesterday. She was only 49 years old. And what I asked you to do is to weigh in and share some comments about the incredible work that she did and maybe some fun things that you remember from her years. And she was on Y98 in the morning for a long, long time with Guy, with Courtney, with Kevin, with Lance. Paul Cook, who is now doing traffic and anchoring, by the way. Congratulations to him over at KSDK, where I worked before I came and opened up this wonderful brand and started our show. They all had a chance to get together. I saw a post about them sharing times together, I think earlier this summer. I'm so glad they had that. But so many beautiful comments that came in about her life. And I just want to read a few of them. Somebody said, truly saddened to read this. I loved her morning show. I loved her laugh. I was so sad when it ended. Thoughts are with her family. Jan said she was my morning zen as I sat in traffic after leaving a 5-minute drive to a 45-minute drive to work. I loved her candor, loved her voice, and she kicked butt with her choice of tunes. She was the music director, folks. So sad for her family's loss, to Ryan and to her kids. What a positive fighter. Rest in peace, dear lady. So sorry to hear the news. I love Jen on Y98. Thoughts and prayers. Again, they went on and on and on. And what I would recommend is that you continue to drop in your comments so that Ryan and her kids can see your love for her, everything that she did. Again, it was a role that she held on Y98 for 15 years, and her voice is what you woke up to. Her candor, her personal stories about infertility, parenting, and her cancer journey endeared to an entire city. Everyone felt like her friend. And again, that laugh that she had, and what I said was just her heart of gold. So if you remember her from Y98, be sure to drop in anything you want on our live show or drop into that post that I had. So we've got her tagged, and I'm sure at some point that her family will get a chance to watch that. So dear soul, gone way too early. Again, as you see here, 1975 to 2024. Just a moment of silence for a second. All right, let's go into some sports news. I know she was a big sports fan. The Blues, how about those Blues? Pulling out a win. I love it. They are on the road right now, but pulling out a win yesterday. So go Blues. They are continuing their road trip. They will play the Canadiens. Game time tomorrow. Puck will drop at 6 p.m. But I love the fact that they beat their old coach, Berube, evidently getting up in arms from what I understand. I read something about him getting fired up. But congratulations again to the Blues with a big win yesterday. As far as football, Mizzou, Missouri plays Alabama tomorrow, 2:30, and the World Series also getting underway. So a big weekend. The World Series will get underway tonight. Mizzou and Alabama again tomorrow. Are you watching? Are you a baseball fan? We were talking about this the other day. Baseball is just too slow of a sport for me. But best of luck again to the Yankees and the Dodgers. That is your World Series matchup. So you tell me, again, what's your favorite sport? I'd love to know that. It is 7:13. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Super excited to continue talking about doggies. But this time, I wish this particular dog was in our area and we actually got a chance to get picked up by him in an Uber. That's Kevin Ferman and his dog Bowie, who will be 3 very soon. He's 2 years and like 3/4. So Bowie is in Colorado. And I just want to take a look at this video that this is a YouTube show that Kevin has where people get into his Uber and they see the dog. And then at some point somebody says, hey, that dog should go viral. That dog should have its own page. And Kevin's like, well, actually, he does. And we have our own show and you're on it right now if you want to be. And so many people have. So take a look at this. Then we take a break and then we'll be joined live by Kevin and Bowie.
Who is this?
This is Bowie doing well.
God, we have a dog here.
Oh my God, you made my day.
Oh my God, no way. Hello.
Aww.
That can't be my Uber.
This is the best ride ever.
You are literally an angel sent from heaven. You are a little flirt, aren't you?
This is like the perfect end to a perfect
cool.
day.
I did not know how much I needed to ride with a dog today.
What a wife. Bowie's ready to party. He likes Modelo. A man of class. We get the best reactions out of people. Hi for Emma.
Wait, oh my God. Oh, Mom. Look at my Uber, Mom. Oh my God.
Here's a Bowie souvenir for y'all.
Oh.
We have a dash cam YouTube show. Do you guys want to be on it?
Yes!
All right, you're in.
You joking? wish someone would like stroke my forehead. Someone like do that for me. But we should have an Instagram. Like you could actually get so rich off this.
Well, surprise, surprise. Bowie is very famous on Instagram. We have like a whole YouTube show, and you guys are on it right now if you want to be.
Welcome to the mobile Monica version of the Real Monica Adams Show at my favorite restaurant.
There's something about a coffee house that's just very warm and welcoming.
Gives you that sense of community.
What are you most proud of since you've opened it?
I cry easily. I'm thankful for everybody here.
You opened the door during the middle of the pandemic. You got the best Italian restaurant in the United States. Here in St. Louis, you put us on the map.
Does it scare you? You go through fear?
Terrifying.
So how do you get past the fear?
We find something to laugh about.
Don't we all want to laugh? And today we get a chance to do that, right? We want to take you into the weekend laughing. Thank you again to my wonderful team, Zach, Michelle. We have Hannah and Tia, all putting the wonderful things together for you behind the scenes, as well as our social media, which yesterday I dropped in saying that I was going to have this gentleman on. This is Kevin Ferman. Hello, Kevin. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for getting up early because it is early in Colorado. So when I said, hey, can you get up at 5? Well, you had to get up before 5:45, but get on at 5:45. So what I want to know is, Bowie, what did he think when Dad got up so early?
Well, I think he thought a little bit more of it because we worked until 2:30 a.m. last night. Our local college town here, they do Thirsty Thursdays. So that's when we get all of our content in Boulder. So, yeah, we got an hour and a half, and we'll definitely be taking a nap after this.
Yes, you will. Okay, so he's adjacent to you. I know everybody's going to want to see him. Can you pan over and show him to us?
Yes. Here he is. Here's my
He's
baby boy.
stretched out. Oh, look at him.
He says, "What are we doing, Dad? This is too early for me."
Absolutely. He's like, I worked hard. I get extra pay for this if you're going to show me on camera. Look at him. All right. So
Everything's for Bowie.
Let's talk about this. First of all, are you a big David Bowie fan?
So I didn't name him. My friend who rescued him initially named him, and he's the big David Bowie fan. But I do also love David Bowie. My favorite Bowie song is called Moon Age Daydream.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, love his music, but I can't take full credit for the name.
Have you tagged David Bowie in your videos, and has anybody from his team liked any of them?
No, not that I know of. It seems these days a lot more people have seen it. They've gotten around more than I know, so I'm sort of losing track of who's all seen it.
Well, so let's talk about this. So first of all, I love the fact that you rescued, because we are big proponents of rescue dogs here. So he will be 3. When's his birthday?
His birthday is December 2nd.
All right. So early happy birthday to Bowie. And Bowie, again, thanks for getting up today and letting your dad get up with us. So go back and tell us how this all came about.
Yes. So Bowie was rescued by a good friend of mine. He's actually a professional skateboarder in Albuquerque, New Mexico. His mom had rescued some labs, and he ended up with him. And long story short, he ended up having to get a second job, and he couldn't give Bowie the life he thought he deserved. So he posted on Instagram that he was trying to put this dog up for adoption. And I told him, do not give that dog to anybody. I'm driving to Albuquerque. I'll be there in 7 hours. So 7 hours later, drove to Albuquerque, picked him up. And from the second I met him, I knew he was a crazy high energy puppy, but he was always really good in the car. So that 7-hour road trip, I was like, wow, I could really take Bowie anywhere. He loves being in the car. So I instantly thought, well, now that I had lost my job recently and I had to go back to being an Uber driver, which I've done for almost 10 years now. Wow. And I said, it would be really great to bring Bowie on my Uber rides. I bet people would love it. So I started doing that. And I probably did it for about 1.5 years with Bowie before I actually put the dash cam in and I started filming. I knew it would be a hit. I just didn't really want to be on camera. I'm not like a real extroverted person, but I was like, it's too priceless. I have to do it. The world needs Bowie. And it's been going great.
It did. Well, you originally put 8 episodes up, and then you said, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna get any traction with this." And then when did it take off?
Yeah, it was crazy. So I did the original 8 episodes, and for episode 8, it was sort of the final straw for me. I put so much work into it. I'm like, I'm gonna make the best episode ever and give the people exactly what they want, and it'll either work or it won't. At that point, I was taking time off work to edit videos that weren't making me any money,
Mhm.
and I was, struggling to pay bills and stuff. So I'm like, if this episode works, we'll keep doing it. If it doesn't, we'll be over it. And I think it was just a couple days after that episode came out, it only had 70 views on YouTube. So I pulled the plug and I said it was fun while it lasted, but I need to be working more so I could pay the bills. And I dropped it. I let it be. I turned the camera off and I kept just being an Uber driver, living my life, driving around with Bowie. And it was about 2 weeks after that, I realized the episode started to take off. The
Oh,
YouTube algorithm had picked it up, and it was at 10,000, then 50,000, then 500,000. That episode's at almost 800,000 views now. And it was that same week the Daily Mail picked up one of our videos and ran a story on us. The rest is history. It just exploded from there.
So, for people that are just tuning in, once again, we're talking to Kevin Ferman in Colorado and the dog Bowie, who, again, we just showed, we'll show him again a little bit, but he's stretched out on his bed because they worked well into the morning. That's the thing. When Kevin signed on, you were like, oh, this is early. And I'm like, tell me about it. I got up at 1:30 in the morning for 30 years. And he's like, oh, our schedules are completely flipped. You get all the rowdy people who've been drinking all night, Kevin.
That's right. Yeah. We definitely pick up a lot of the bar crowds, and we realize that our local college town here, Boulder, Colorado, that's really where the content is. I think it's sort of a life hack with college kids. They all miss their dogs back home.
Yes.
Colorado and Boulder and Denver, especially, some of the most dog friendly places you'll ever see. So the reactions there are so priceless, and it's just easy driving around a college town. Everyone's having a good time. They're out. We know where all the cool bars are and stuff. So yeah, people they get a little bit sauced up at the bars. They come into the car, they see a puppy, and they freak out. So that's that's our Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights these days, and that's how we do the show. And then Monday through Thursday, maybe a little bit on Sunday, we're just making videos.
Right, right. And look, if anybody understands the hard work that you go through, trust it. It's me and my staff because it is. You probably didn't have any clue just how time consuming putting social media content together was, folks. You've got to give major
Yeah.
props to your kids.
Seriously. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I actually hired an editor now, a good friend of mine. I moved him into my house for free because he needed to have something new going on. So I said, you know what, if you can help me edit my videos, I'll move you into my house for free. And we're gonna try to make something happen. So we're trying to climb the ladder now and take it to the
Absolutely.
next level.
Well, again, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about Uber Dog. So tell everybody where they can follow you, and they're looking to just continue to gain traction. We're going to tell you what he's hoping for with all of this. You're on YouTube, you're on Instagram, are you on TikTok also?
Yes, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. It is the Uber Dog, and there's underscores in between. So the underscore Uber underscore dog. For some reason, someone out there has the Uber Dog without underscores, and
I
I'd like
saw
to have a
that.
chat
I was
with
like,
that
how
person.
dare you?
Yeah, there's only one Uber Dog, and it
Exactly.
is this guy right here. In case, there he is. That's the Uber Dog.
The Uber Dog is sleeping. There we go.
The Uber Dog's been working hard, but
Exactly.
yeah, check us out, the Uber Dog, and hopefully one day we'll get the correct username.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to take that. Okay, so Hannah is dropping in our moderating. She's dropping the correct one for all of you to follow. So be sure to check that out. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk about how Kevin has a tie to our St. Louis area. We're also going to talk about one of his greatest passions and what he is hoping to do with this stardom that he and Bowie have. So don't go anywhere.
Are you kidding me? He put his little hand over. I want a dog. Bowie, what are you doing?
He likes to pose for everybody.
I love your dog, bro.
Your dog is so cute. I feel like Bowie's telepathically telling me the rules right now.
This is my first Uber dog.
Oh my god! You're just such an angel! Oh my god, he's an angel.
He is.
You're the cutest! Hello. You're such a good boy. Oh my goodness, you are so calm.
He gets so much attention all the time.
So, you're famous. Did you know? Normalize dogs in cars. Oh my god, there's a dog!
We got a puppy.
Hi, Bowie. What a treat. Does he love doing that?
He loves it. He gets lots of attention from
That is
everybody.
so fun. Wait, his name's Bowie, you said?
Yeah, Bowie, like David Bowie.
He's so calm.
Oh. My God.
Oh,
He knows how to win everyone over.
We are live on location, and this is the really cool thing. This is exactly what we can do from your business. We call it Mobile Monica. You know, I'm always on the move. Everyone knows about Jody's balls, and why is that?
I have the best ball.
Oh my God. You enjoying this?
Always.
Watch this, I gotta move with her.
Orange Theory is created to help people live a more vibrant life.
When we tell you that they have some of the most beautiful sunsets, we mean it. We're now in the brainchild of Adventure Unknown. That thing
Well, he's got a
is
heck of a story
beautiful.
behind that leopard,
I
too.
know.
It's going to be a very dangerous shoot, Diana.
It'll be
She says it
fabulous.
is. Monica or Mez Adams. How's that
Yes,
sound?
that sounds great.
This is Marianne Graff, owner of Just Be Kind Coffee House and Cafe. And you can see all the people in line. Oh, that handsome gentleman is... That would be my husband, Jim.
My mission statement says I want people to feel better leaving than when they came in.
And you do. Again, no calories when you're spreading kindness.
No calories when you're spreading kindness, especially if it's on the weekend.
That's right. You can get mobile with us. We can come and bring our show to you. I'd love to talk about some of the festivals and events coming up for the holidays and get into the next year. Or you can become a full-blown sponsor like Jennifer Warman Bloss did with Elemental Aesthetics. They're located in Creve Coeur, and they've got everything for the outside and the inside of the body. So truly from head to toe, you want to go in and get a facial, IV hydration therapy. You want a little weight loss consultation. I know a lot of people have been saying that they've been in for facials and that she's been doing incredible work. Jennifer has been an esthetician since 2001, and she's really big on making sure that she brings in the top of the game in her industry. So people have been talking about doing IPL, talking about doing microdermabrasion, dermaplaning. We just talked on the show this past week about Agnes and the therapy for maybe your face, or it could be something for the chest, the back. We're talking also for those that have not been there about, they do, oh my gosh, why am I blanking? Hair, for your hair treatment. So if you want to have hair removal, yes, hair removal. So Elemental Aesthetics, again, 425 North New Ballas Road, and there's the suite 206. Thank you, Jennifer, and to all of our incredible sponsors. You understand sponsors, Kevin, and you can't do it without them.
It's true. We're starting to become sort of reliant on them ourselves.
Yeah. So Kevin Ferman, if you're just tuning in, he is with Bowie, and they are Uber Dog on social media. And we were talking about how they have gone viral and started getting those videos monetized and then bringing sponsors on ultimately so that they can do something even bigger besides bringing incredible joy and happiness when people see Bowie in the car. Before we talk about your work that you're looking to do and also how you have this tie to St. Louis, tell us about the reaction for people when they first see the dog, because they're obviously not expecting a dog in the car with you.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, there's definitely a lot of one-liners. You know, it's I made a comment one time that maybe people didn't like. It makes people look like a bunch of NPCs because everybody has the same exact reaction. It's always the "Oh my God!" Like that's what they say the second they get in the car. It's so priceless every time.
Well, so I watched a ton. I mean, I just got really just enthralled with video after video after video. Some of the guys that got in were just cracking me up, and they're like, "Dude, we hope that we're the one that it makes this go viral." And then they're like, "You probably need to edit us." How, if you could give a percentage, how many of your passengers are drunk?
Well, you know, it depends on the time of day and the day of the week that I drive. And lately, you know, the way we've been doing it, I'd say over 80% probably.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I was also reading comments from people, and some people are like, "Oh, wait a minute. Do you like let people know in advance? What if someone's scared of a dog? What if somebody's had a traumatic experience? What if they have an issue with dog hair? All these things." I'm like, "Come on, folks. He's doing this for fun." But I'm sure those comments are out there.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what you do. There's always going to be people trying to pick it apart and say what's wrong about it. And I used to get into internet wars with these people, but we've risen above it, and I don't respond to those anymore.
Well, and actually, Julie just said, which again, I mean, it's a real thing, but she just said, "Do you ever have anyone that's allergic to dogs and has to take a different Uber?"
I had one last night. He was about maybe number 7. I've had about 7 people get into the car who were allergic to dogs. And so far, every single one of them still took the ride. And it turned out they all love dogs and no one's had an issue with it. If someone is deathly allergic and they cannot get into the car, they can cancel free of charge. But out of about 6,500 rides I've done with Bowie, that hasn't happened yet.
You're not counting or anything, Kevin.
Yeah, no, it's a rough estimate.
So, girls or guys, who has had a better reaction?
Oh, girls, 100%. Yeah.
Exactly, because we go into the, "Oh my
Yeah, it's all about the high pitched reactions. That's really what gets Bowie going. A lot of the times, a group of guys will get into the car, and if there's no loud noises, Bowie's just going to go to sleep. But when he hears the high pitched noises, he knows he's going to get pets and love and attention, and then that's his form of currency.
Well, I hope you've seen the videos that we just showed. If not, you definitely need to follow Kevin and Bowie, the Uber dog, again on social media. So, did you teach him, or did he automatically do the paw thing where he does one paw and then another, and he's just like hanging there and like he's involved in the conversation?
That's something that he taught to himself. We went probably a year of doing Uber together, and he never put his paw up there one time. But the first time he did, I'm not sure what came over him, but he decided to put a paw up there, and he got a heck of a reaction out of it. So ever since, I think he knows if he's wanting some pets and he wants to get all the attention from people, that's how he does it. It's like a life hack for him.
That's my favorite thing that he does. So, do you dress him up?
Well, we're going to, I think, for Halloween. Unfortunately, one of our sponsors sent a bunch of dog outfits that are for dogs about a third of his size. So we're gonna have to go try to find him something last minute. But we have some cute Halloween bandanas, and we'll have something cute for him on Halloween. We're gonna film an episode.
Have you had merchandise that you have put together for you two?
No, not yet. It's definitely on the agenda. We're waiting until we grow a little bit more. I think if we dropped a merch line right now, we might sell 3 t-shirts, and we're trying to go down the avenues that make more sense until once we hit the level where we're, over, let's say 100,000 on all 3 platforms, then I think that would be a good time to do it.
Well, folks, this is such an incredible community that we've had growing here over the last year and a half. So let's make sure that you all start following Kevin and Bowie and then get them up, because you're at about what, almost 90,000? I watched on Instagram. I think you're almost.
Yeah, we're about to hit 90,000 on Instagram. I believe we're around 35,000 on TikTok and 22,000 on YouTube, something like that.
All right, we want this to take off for so many reasons. Before we get into your passion project, you have a tie to St. Louis. Tell everybody about this.
Yes, I do. So my mother and her whole family are from St. Louis, and her whole family's still there. So even though I was born there, I lived there till I was about 4 years old. Her whole family's still there. So we do visit a lot. We spent summers at Lake of the Ozarks and all that. So I love Missouri. I love that I have Midwest ties. I always tell people, I think the Midwest, you find the best people in this country. It's like the South as far as, people being nice to each other, shirt off your back type of people without everything else that comes with the South. So it's perfect.
I love this. I love to hear the incredible props that he has for our area. How often do you get back to St. Louis?
These days, maybe once every couple of years. I did go last year, which was really nice. It's funny. My aunt and uncle and cousins had a famous dog as well in Newfoundland.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, we like to get the dogs together when we do go out there.
Oh my gosh. Well, I love that. Again, if you're just tuning in and you're like, who is this? Kevin Ferman and his dog, Bowie, who is sleeping just aside from him because they were up working really late into the night. Again, in Colorado, we would love to be able, whenever you travel, to possibly get this. So, your specific area where you are doing your Uber driving is where?
So I live in Broomfield, but mostly these days I'm driving either in Boulder or Denver.
Okay, very good. So, if people want to get your particular Uber, how would they do that?
Yeah, if you want to book an Uber with me, you can just email me. It's kevinferman1994 at Gmail. And that's how people book rides with me.
Okay, I've got to come to Colorado just to be able to do it because I just think it would be. I mean, again, you tell me when you all get an Uber, wouldn't you want a dog in the car with you? I mean, how cool is that, right? You just want to pet the dog the entire time. You wouldn't talk to anybody else in the car. You would just be all into Bowie. Okay, you have a passion project, something actually that you've been doing for quite some time. And with all of this stardom and with the money, hopefully, that comes in from sponsors, etc., you have a big project you want to do. So take us back because you've got a tie to this when you were younger.
Yes. So my entire life has revolved around skateboarding. I've been skateboarding for over 20 years now. So, growing up mostly in California, um, I pretty much only hung out with other skateboarders. It consumed my entire life. And that's how I got into cinematography and making videos and, doing social media stuff is because I was just in the skateboard industry. So, I skated and I didn't really pick up sponsors or anything like that. A lot of my friends did and, became professional and all that stuff. But I picked up a video camera, started filming my friends and, it was pretty wild. They grind down 20 stair handrails and all that stuff. And that was my dream, was just to be able to travel and make skateboard films and one day open up a indoor skate park or something like that. And I don't know, I sort of gave up on that dream and then moved out to Colorado. And then I helped my friend open up a skateboard factory, and the dream got reignited out here for about a year and a half. And I was living my dream, doing exactly what I wanted to do in the skateboard industry. And then that company went bankrupt. So it was my second time retiring out of what I love. And I'm a stubborn guy. There's no telling me no. Like, I will have skateboarding somewhat be my career at some point in my life. And it's not that I don't love driving Uber with my dog. I think that's great, but I would love for that to be the launch pad for starting the business that I want to start here in my community, because that's really what Colorado needs. We have a lot of great outdoor skate parks, but we also have pretty cold winters, and we don't have any safe, large, well-built indoor facilities where kids can come and have a safe place to skate. And I grew up in a 20,000 square foot indoor skate park in California that went out of business after 21 years. It was called Skate Lab, and that's really my dream. I want to build something like that out here in Colorado where it's needed. And I could go into details for hours about every intricate plan, but I'm just going to wait until it happens and show the world once it's possible. But we have a long ways to go.
Absolutely. Well, and again, that's why I wanted to have Kevin on because again, it's the bigger dream. And I love the fact that Kevin, you talk about, you go back to your passion. I mean, some of those pictures that we were showing were from back in 2006 when Kevin was 12 years old. Again, his biggest skateboard film is Debauchery, which he released in 2016. Is that like an indie style film? Where could we see that?
Yes, that is an independent film. We actually released that video to enter the Independent Skateboard Film Festival.
Mhm.
And I quit my job to enter that film festival
Wow.
because I found out about it 2 weeks before the deadline. And I had 2.5 years of footage that was on about 2 terabytes in my hard drive. And I had to edit that down to a 45-minute video in 2 weeks. So I quit my job and edited everything about 20 hours a day, whatever it takes. And we ended up taking home first place.
Yeah, you did.
So I won a film festival, but it, kind of stopped after that. That was the pinnacle of my career. And you can find it on YouTube. It's actually on my Uber Dog YouTube page. All of my old skate videos are on that same account. So that's sort of my social media. I've been growing for a long time, but it hasn't really taken off until the Uber Dog videos. But that's the cool thing, is that sometimes people are watching these videos with my dog And if you keep scrolling, you're going to see some cool skateboard content.
Well, there we go. Hannah actually just went and posted it, the YouTube aspect for you. So there's so much that Kevin wants to do with this, which is why we wanted to bring him on. I love the fact, again, he was born in Chesterfield, Missouri, so he's got his ties to our area, and then is in Colorado doing this. And you never know, you know, when it takes off. You never know how something goes viral or where that growth comes from. We all want it, right? We all want that. But the thing that I love, before we let Kevin go, is the fact that, yes, he wants to continue the passion that he's had for so long and continuing to grow this community so that ultimately his hope is to get back into his true passion, build a home for local skaters in his area that is so needed, again, in those really cold Colorado winters. But here's the beautiful thing. Kevin says where they need a safe place to hang out where they can stay out of trouble. I mean, that is, you warmed my heart when I read that.
Yeah, yeah, that shows that I'm in my 30s now that I'm saying something like that. If I was a teenager saying something like that, my friends would have kicked me. But no, it's important. It really is.
Well, thank you again. And one more time, show us Bowie. Is he sleeping? Does Bowie
Yes,
snore, by the way?
he is
Oh,
sleeping safe and sound.
he turned his back to you. He's like, would you please turn the
Bowie,
light off?
Bowie, what are you doing?
Does he sleep with you all the time?
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't give me any room on the bed. It's all about him, you
Yeah,
know.
I
He's
agree.
spoiled. He gets whatever he wants.
Hey, we've got 3, okay? And right here, I've got my trusty cup that says Fur Mama with all the babies' names on it.
Oh,
So
I love it.
yeah, we are huge animal lovers on this show. Trust me. The people who will not let a dog in their bed, tell them what they're missing out on.
I mean, dogs are everything, you know. I was gonna say I hate to say it, but I kind of love to say it. Like Bowie is not only my favorite dog; he's my favorite mammal on earth. They're so loyal. They deserve everything. You should let them sleep in the bed. It's really nice.
Amen. My husband, so when we got married and we got our house, Kevin, he said, Monica, no dogs in the bed. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, it's going to happen. So Tessa, our oldest, she will jump up and down and he'll be like, Tessa, get off the bed. And then all of a sudden he'll wake up and he's like, how did she get back on? I go, because mom doesn't make her get down when she does it again. At some point, because she's such an active dog, I think we're going to have to get the steps or the ramp because she's part Australian cattle dog. So it's that constant energy and jumping so high to get frisbees and stuff that you're like, at some point your hips are going to take this, which is
Yeah.
kind of happening right now. And I'm like, okay, it's almost time for a ramp. And he's like, no, it's just time for her to stay down.
Right, for sure. Oh, amazing.
People say they don't belong in the bed because they're like, what about the dog here? I'm like, whatever. Change your sheets, vacuum it. There's nothing
Yeah,
better than a
it's
hug
an
of a dog.
excuse to clean them more often.
Amen. They are the best cuddlers, are they not?
Oh yeah, especially labs too. They're very cuddly.
Oh my gosh, I love this. All right, everybody. So if you didn't get a chance to see the beginning, we had some incredible videos, but you can watch all of those and then tell your family and friends to follow that beautiful baby right there who's going to be 3 in December, Bowie and Kevin, the Uber dog, again on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube. Watch the YouTube shows and then watch the video that we were just talking about that won the first place prize. I mean, how incredible is that in the Independent Skateboard Film Festival? Keep this growth going so that Kevin can do exactly what he wants, which is to build that indoor skate park in Colorado to keep, as he said, keep the kids off the street and keep them out of trouble. I love what you're doing, and I hope this growth just continues and gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Thank you so much for having me on. That was a tough act to follow with Beckett. What an awesome kid.
Right? I told you were going to love him.
He was great. But thank you again.
Go back and think about what you were doing at the age of 15. It wasn't putting graphics together and doing a full-blown forecast.
I was making awful skateboard films.
But you're doing great work. Kevin, thank you so much. And I wish you the best. We'll be definitely keeping an eye and can't wait to see you go higher and higher and higher.
Thank you. Yeah, keep in touch. Hope to see you out here someday.
I would love that. All right, that's Kevin Ferman and Bowie, the Uber dog. We'll be back with more of The Real Monica Adams Show. He wants to say, I can't believe I took your son's life. I don't know what I was thinking. I have so much regret and remorse. I've changed my life. Would you accept that apology?
I've never thought of that. Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Do you think
because you talk about forgiveness. Do you think that you all can ever forgive one another and come back together?
It wasn't just right. I'm not perfect. Just because my name is Bush, I don't have it all figured out. And I think they know that too.
I was cyclically depressed, so I could be the happiest person you ever met at 11 a.m. I could be on cloud nine, and by 7 p.m. that evening, I'd be sitting on a couch with a gun in my hand. I mean, hard not to get emotional. I
Never feel sorry for being emotional.
really, I was at a space to where I couldn't believe that I had brought my children into this.
Where's the light? Because many of you probably feel that there's this darkness and there's this thunder cloud that's constantly over you. This family has dealt with so much.
Our journey is our journey. There has to be purpose in this pain. There has to be something more powerful. I have to find something to be blessed about every day. I have to count my blessings and have gratitude every single day.
Those words, I mean, just let those words stay with you. I want to thank Amy, by the way. Amy Post had me on her Advocacy and Hope podcast earlier this week. Did you all get a chance to see that? I hope so. If not, go to her page and watch that. It was a good hour and a half interview, very in-depth, and I hope we change lives together with that. And I just wish her the best. I mean, that's the whole thing. All right, we've got to be community, building up community. And I just want to give a shout out to a wonderful woman that we just met with in the last couple of months. We did a live show from her place, and now we're going to be doing a live workshop. It is Yenology and Sarah Glassman. She's the owner. Have you heard about this yet? There are tickets available, but this is going to be limited space. So 25 tickets only. And I know some of you, I think 6 of you have already purchased your tickets. So spread the word to your family and friends. This is going to be something where we get, one, to spend some time together in person. I would love to meet all of you that wake up every morning and call yourself Monica's Maniacs. It's the Feel the Authenticity Workshop on Sunday, December 8th. So pull out your phones right now, take a look and see if you have anything going on. If you don't, then go buy the ticket right now at TheRealMonicaAdams.com under our events calendar. It's going to be 2 hours. And you know me, a lot of times I say, all right, if you need a little bit more, then let's go a little bit more. But 2 hours for sure of changing your life. Whatever course you're on right now, if you need another level, let me take you there. If you don't know, I've been a life coach for over a decade now. I've been a personal trainer for 26 years. And I'm all about that triangle of life of making sure that your mental side is great, your spiritual side is great, your physical side is great. And if it's not, whatever's weighing you down where you don't have that balance, well, let's make sure that we find it. Let's laugh together. Let's get aha moments together. If you cry, let's cry together and give that heart-to-heart hug. That's probably going to happen as people get out of Thanksgiving. Maybe they're in a great place, but they're a little fearful of what's coming for the holidays. And for some people, they don't look forward to the holiday. Maybe they lost someone around the holiday. I mean, again, we honored somebody dear to us in the broadcast industry at the beginning of the show. If you didn't see this, you know how hard it's going to be for Jen Farmer, Ryan, her husband, her children. Jen Myers, again, is what you knew her as on Y98. You know how hard it's going to be as they go into the holidays to know that they're not going to be with their mom, with their wife in just a couple of months. They'll look back at wonderful pictures. I was looking back and crying at a video that she and her daughter did in 2020 where she was learning to play the, I think it was a little guitar that Jen was playing with her daughter, learning a Taylor Swift song. And it was, Can We Always Be This Close? And it was like, it just broke my heart because, again, the holidays can be hard. So, and seasonal affective disorder, by the way, is a real thing. We've talked about it on the show last year, and we'll start to get into it again, digging deeper this year. One of the most amazing aha moments, though, that I've had is the people that I've life coached privately, or when we used to do our Thursday night class, and who knows, that might come back in 2025. We also have our Cultivating a Vision that I did with Kasha Sitars in Colorado. She wrote me the other day and said she'd love to come back on the show. Together, the work that we have done, all of us in the industry of trying to help you be the best version of yourself, to rip off the mask, to take off the filters, to get in front of the world and say, this is me, bear it all. That's the authenticity that we're going to teach at the workshop, because we need less of the fakeness that exists in this life. Fakeness in a person, fakeness in an organization, fakeness in people who say that they're your friends. So many levels that we will go through. And then you're going to get some food, you're going to get some drinks, and maybe even a little goodie bag. Guaranteed you're going to get a journal, because that's what you need when you are struggling to write down the words that are in your brain. And then you need to see it on paper, and then you need to put it into action so that you have the best next year. I don't even want you to wait after December 8th for 2025. I want you to put it in play immediately and have the best day and days and weeks and months and years to come, so that we overcome the hurdles of what you've been through in the past. Do you have any questions for me about this? So again, don't wait on it. Don't say, oh, the tickets are probably sold out. Oh, I don't know if it's my time to go. Oh, I might be too busy for the holidays. Excuse means you're not getting to where you belong. And that's where I want you. Okay, let's do this together. Jill just said, we love Kevin and Bowie. I know, right? And obviously loves you. Julie, labs are awesome. Reminds me of my Mickey. She was a yellow lab. Anybody else? Yeah, 6 tickets have been sold for that already. Let me bop over to Instagram real quick and see if I'm missing anything over there. No. So what do we have on tap for you next week? Let's run through this. So you know what? This is also very fitting because of what just recently happened. We're going to have on the woman that we were supposed to have on just this last week, but she had to cancel for a family emergency. So we're going to talk about the wrap up of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And we're going to discuss where we are with breast cancer, where we are with advancements in cancer, where we need more assistance, where we need more help. So we're going to talk about breast cancer radiation. We're going to talk about breast cancer in comparison to other cancer treatments, the studies showing more and more women really focusing on their breast, and if we can get a doctor. The problem is a lot of these physicians and surgeons are in surgery that time on a Monday morning. So they're trying their hardest to get me a doctor. If not, we are definitely going to talk with a representative from the American Cancer Society. Elizabeth will be on with us. And I'm so sorry for whatever she went through emergency wise just this past week, but Elizabeth Brown will definitely be on with us on Monday. So if you or anyone that is a dear friend of yours or family member that is right now struggling with breast cancer or cancer in general, we want to help them out. You have questions about your current treatment, questions about maybe again, tying in the Western side with Eastern, because we always love that perfect marriage of what can I do from a health standpoint? How can I eat? Are there supplementations that I can take while I'm going through treatments? Is there a mix where it would not be a good thing? You're always going to remember that. That's why doctors ask vitamins, supplements, etc. Everything that you're on, because it could counteract with the medication that you're on, but it also could help. So we'll talk about that. That's coming up on Monday. And then I can't wait to introduce those of you that have never met Liz Schuster. Chef Liz with Tenacious Eats. Have you ever had an opportunity to go to one of her magical nights? I have. In fact, one of them, I think the first one I went to was for Dirty Dancing. We also went to Chocolat, which was really cool in the Grove. I may have been to more, but I know I went to those two. The one that she's going to be doing this time is so cool as we get ready for the spooky season. And some of you might remember or absolutely love this particular movie. Did you watch The Gremlins? Do you love The Gremlins? Did you get scared with The Gremlins? Did you laugh with The Gremlins? That movie you can watch all over again. But the cool thing that Liz does, she gets you really involved in the movie. They pause the movie, and then she has different courses that she brings out. 5 courses, actually, to be exact. We're going to actually be giving away some tickets for you to go to this and be in the audience for this. The Gremlins with Tenacious Eats. So here's the menu. The first course, let me run through, because one of them she's actually going to have on set with us. First course is fortified Chinese soup with spicy pork meatballs and fried wontons. That is Mogwai Have Dragon Breath. And then second course, Mr. Wing's rice noodle. If you know the movie, then this ties in for you. Yuzu and lime noodle salad, garlic, ginger, scallion, soy, rice wine vinegar, lime juice, cabbage, cucumber, yuzu, rice noodles, topped with peanut and sesame seeds. Third course, Where the hell was Petal? Where the hell was Peta? Miso maple drummies, chicken drummies, clipped in panko, fried and tossed in a white shiro miso and Missouri maple bourbon sauce. Where the hell was Peta? Fourth course, little green cannonball. That's the one we're going to have on set. These are gremlin Scotch eggs, local free-range gremlin egg, house-made pork sausage, breadcrumb, and a green marmalade and mustard aioli. Doesn't that sound good? So that one we're going to actually be trying live on set. And then the fifth course, it ain't easy being green, dark chocolate cake, chocolate ganache with green apple and lime caramel sauce. Gremlins is the movie that you'll get a chance to see. And again, we'll give tickets away for one lucky viewer. And then the other ones will let you know how you can purchase tickets and get to that. So she's my guest on Tuesday. And then we just got confirmation. I'm super excited about this. If you're an American Idol fan, maybe you remember Nick Fradiani. Nick actually has a tie to one of my clients. It's my client Becky's cousin. So that's pretty cool. At 1:30 in the afternoon. Now, what we're kind of toying back and forth with is, are we going to do a bonus show where we bring that to you live? That's kind of my feeling right now. If all of you would like to interact, Nick is starring in A Beautiful Noise. Have you heard about this? At the Fabulous Fox Theater. He will actually be playing the main role, which is Neil Diamond, after all. So this is presented in association with and endorsed by Neil Diamond, the Neil Diamond musical, A Beautiful Noise, October 29th through November 10th. And we get a chance sometimes to talk to main characters, sometimes support characters that are in some of the Fabulous Fox shows. Right now, if you haven't seen Cirque du Soleil Song Blazers, saw that the other night. It's got that country music tie, and boy, those athletes, I mean, blew me away. There's some eye candy for the guys, by the way. My husband was very glued to these two women that were doing the silks. I said, is this my Halloween costume? If you go and if you saw it, you'll understand. My friend and I both said, yeah, I think the guys want us to wear that for Halloween. It is great. And if you're a country music fan, you'll love the music. So that's right now. And then they'll flip over to Neil Diamond. How many of you Neil Diamond fans out there that can't wait for this one? I know a lot of people that are going, bought their tickets already. But if you did not, you can purchase your tickets because tickets are still on sale. You want to go to the evening performances. They've got matinee performances, whatever works for you. Maybe introduce your kids to Neil Diamond music if they're not a fan yet. A Beautiful Noise. And we get a chance to talk again next week to Nick Fradiani. It'll be 1:30 in the afternoon. I'll let you know because we're still trying to figure this out, whether that'll be a live show or a bonus show that we'll put on later. And then it's Halloween after all. Will we dress up for Halloween? Will we do a special Halloween show? You bet. I am a big fan of Halloween. Have no clue what I'm going to be this year. That's how busy my life is. We'll put something together. We'll throw something together or I'll wear a costume. I have a lot of costumes from over the years. That's for sure. It's just not wanting to repeat one from this particular party that Michelle's having. So we'll see. But yeah, a lot of things on tap for next week. And I can't believe next Friday, we're going to be talking about going into another month. November 1st is next Friday. I think that's my first free day that we'll be packing. But a lot of times we put on the screen, and let me go ahead and put it on there. If there is a topic or a guest that you would like, just reach out to me, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Let me know who that is that you would like for us to have on the screen, who you would like to have on the show, and I will be sure to do that for you. Again, it is all about making sure that you have what you would like when you wake up with us each and every morning. And one of the things we do at the end of our shows is either 100 Days to Freedom From, which is our big it's really when we are in studio. That's when I get a chance to be a part of it with you, where we break the freedom of shame or depression or anger or overeating or fear and anxiety. And I love that. I love what we're able to do together and change lives together. I also want to thank our incredible audience, because you're the ones that keep saying, how about this? How about that? Etc. Well, one of the things that one of our incredible viewers did was buy us this book, Jesus Calling, so that when I'm not on set, that I get a chance to read from another book. And this one's really connected with a lot of people. So today, Friday, let's go to October 25th. All right. This is how we wrap things up, with a little faith, a little devotion. I am God with you for all time and throughout eternity. Don't let the familiarity of that concept numb its impact on your consciousness. My perpetual presence with you can be a continual source of joy, springing up and flowing out in streams of abundant life. Let your mind reverberate with meanings of my name. Jesus, the Lord, saves, and Emmanuel, God with us. Strive to remain conscious of my presence even in your busiest moments. Talk with me about whatever delights you, whatever upsets you, whatever is on your mind. Yeah, that authentic self, right? Talk about it. These tiny steps of daily discipline, taking one after the other, will keep you close to me on the path of life. That's a great one. I love it. So I will be involved in the faith aspect next week. There is a Christian women's breakfast that I'm going to. So there will not be a live show next Wednesday morning. I'll keep reminding you of that, which is why I'm looking at doing the afternoon live with Nick Fradiani, talking about his years at American Idol and his time since, and then with the Beautiful Noise with Neil Diamond's tribute. So no show next Wednesday morning, instead flipping it into the afternoon, because I will be at the Chase Park Plaza with 700 other women, and we will be connecting in faith. I've not ever been to this before. My husband has gone to one at the St. Charles Convention Center with our dear friend Gordon Montgomery. Well, his wife, Kelly, who they've been on the show also, Kelly invited me to come to this, and I'm very grateful. So we'll have women together, all networking, being a part of each other's lives, lifting each other up, and just learning about what we can do to be kinder and kinder and kinder, which is what we always ask at the end of every show. Did you read yesterday, Jesus Calling? That resonated. I did not. Did you plan for my neighborhood friend, Laura? Did you plan for my, I don't understand that comment. You're going to have to, as I wrap up, if you can type really quick, I don't understand that. Me too, Julie says. What is that? Oh, love gremlins. Good morning, Tony. And to each and every person that I didn't get a chance to say good morning to, I hope you are having a great Friday. I hope you have wonderful plans for the weekend. I think we're going to finally get a chance to enjoy the weather out, relaxing. I need a down day because this is a very, very packed time period. Daddy, don't go. Did you plan for my neighborhood friend, Laura? Daddy, don't go. No, we don't have that. Oh, I understand now. I don't think it's set up yet. So yeah, you all don't understand what I'm talking about. So let me not get into that. But Marilyn, yes, I believe have been in contact with each other, and I have reached out. So we'll get that set up. There's an organization called Daddy Don't Go, which is really, really powerful. 8:01. Let me wrap this show up and tell you all to have an incredible weekend. I bless you and tell you thank you for the blessings that you bestow upon me. I hope you have a beautiful one. Grab the umbrella. It's not raining here anymore, but by the time you go out, maybe it will. And then as we go into next week, a lot of wonderful shows lined up. But if there's anybody that you would like to see on the show, just reach out to me. And don't forget, purchase those tickets. Do not let one more day go by, because I want to meet you in person. First of all, I want us to change lives together. And I want you to finally get to the best version of you with the Feel the Authenticity Workshop on Sunday, December 8th. The tickets are on sale right now at TheRealMonicaAdams.com. God bless you all. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you Monday morning.